Welcome to Echoes of Enlightenment, where we talk about spirituality, life lessons, and overall self-development. In today's episode, I thought it'd be a good topic to talk about people who compete in relationships. Today, I thought it'd be nice for us to have a life lesson that'd be good to have in your toolbox. And it's important. And people don't think it's as important as it is. And it's having friends, like platonic relationships, regular relationships, even family, people at work. If you ever catch them kind of secretly competing with you, you must cut them off, no matter how long the relationship has been. And most of the time, you won't catch them right away. You'll have that little feeling, it's the gut feeling, it's your intuition letting you know, something seems weird. Why is it like when I get this thing or, I start working on this project, or it always feels like you'll kind of notice that the person, this could be, like I said, a platonic friend, a family member, or even in relationships, this person, if you catch them competing with you, then you must let them go, and you'll get that feeling, and you'll be like, something just seems a little off. Why, when I get this, they go and get that? Or why, when I start doing this, they kind of start doing whatever they're doing? But you can always tell when something is a competition. We know what that feeling is. Y'all know what it is. Y'all recognize it. We've all been through it. But what we tend to do when it's happening is just kind of blow it off. We blow it off like, there they go again. Here they go. And the reason why we blow it off and continue the relationship is because there's history. We have history with this person. And we think that since there's history, that it's okay for them to do that. And that's just who they are. But one point that we overlook is how dangerous it is. If you have somebody that's in your inner circle, and it's usually people, for the most part, that's in your inner circle, that will do this move, this competing with you. Because if it's somebody you really don't know and don't see that much, there's no reason for them to even compete with you, because half the time they don't know what you're doing, because you're not in close proximity with them to be in your life to see what's happening on a daily basis, or weekly basis, or even texting or talking on a regular basis. So it's usually somebody close. And the reason why this is dangerous, and you got to cut the people off, no matter how many years y'all been friends, or even family, or what all y'all been through. You cut them off, because somebody who's secretly in competition with you, they might not even know this subconsciously, but this is what's going on within them. They feel like you're better than them. But what they really don't know is they're probably never gonna be better than you. which shouldn't even be a problem because you shouldn't be competing anyways. It's like when I win, you win. When you win, I win. That's how I see relationships. And if somebody is better at something than me, I want to learn from them. And then if they're my good friend, they'd be willing to teach me. It's a team. I mean, it's a friendship. That's how I look at friendships. I mean, that's kind of, my standard. I hope everybody else has kind of a standard like that where y'all both, work together and support each other. And then half the time, why would you even be competing with somebody? Y'all are two different people that probably have two different hobbies or two different things that y'all like to do. It's not, even if y'all are doing the same thing, why don't y'all be first and second? And then sometimes the other person will be in first and then the other person will be in second. It's supposed to be a team effort. But when somebody is secretly competing with you, there's no relationship there. Imagine how bad the person who is secretly competing with you and they keep losing and you don't even know that you're winning. So what happens there is they keep getting angrier and angrier because there's a competition going on that you have no clue about. And you're not even trying, but you're winning. And then sometimes you're just winning. Even if you actually didn't win, the person who has a secret competition with you subconsciously knows that you're better than they are. And this might not have nothing to do with you. This could be just their self-esteem being low. And if their self-esteem is low on their own, then they're always going to think somebody else is better than them because they don't believe that they're good enough. And then what's happening there is, instead of them doing the inner work to figure out why they think that they're not good enough, and even if that person is really good at something, they still think that they're bad. So this is deeper rooted than what you would think. This is a problem that they have within themselves. And they would have to face whatever situation. They would have to, sit by themselves, talk to somebody, or, do the inner work to figure out, why do I feel like I need to keep competing with, different people or this person? Why can't I just, instead of me competing with them, why don't I just compete with myself so I could be better than I was yesterday? See, they won't get there because they have to first admit that there's something wrong. And that something wrong is something that's deep down that might have even happened when they were young. You see what I'm saying? And you gotta look deep. You gotta fix that deep-rooted problem before you can even move on, because you're gonna keep competing and you're gonna keep losing. And when you keep losing, you keep sabotaging your friend because you're trying to keep up with them. Even if you already right next to them, you feel like you're losing. It's just this is a personal problem that they have. And the person that's overlooking and being like, oh, that's how they are. That's how they are. I just got to look over that. That person is enabling this other person. Because sometimes it takes for you to cut a person off for them to wake up and be like, damn, I shouldn't have been doing that. I shouldn't have been doing that. And then they're like, well, I don't want to lose another friend. I really did like this person. But then they have no choice but to kind of look within themselves, hopefully. But that's the closest you're going to get, because the person will keep sabotaging you because they need to bring you down to where they are. That's why this competition is going on, and they're going to keep losing, and they're going to start making up. They feel like you're winning, and they want to keep up. But to keep up is not by competing with your friend secretly. And then listen to this. How good would you actually feel if you won against somebody that didn't even know they were racing? Say you set up a race with somebody, but like say you're walking to the store with somebody from, just walking up the street, to the store or something, or to a park. But in their head, they're like, oh, I see this tree up there. Once we get to that tree, we're going to win. Like when you were little, you'd be like, there's a tree, you ready, go. And then both take off running because y'all are both competing. And that was fun. But imagine if you didn't tell the person you were competing and y'all just walking, then you get to the tree and you're like, in your head, I won. I beat them. And the person is just talking about work or something. They have no idea that this person that's right next to you had a secret race up to the tree or up to the store, just wherever you're going. That person who won that race, they think they're happy for like 2 seconds. They're like, didn't even do anything. It's only fun to win when you feel like you've earned it. When you feel like you've earned it. You want to earn a win. But the thing is, they won't tell you that that there's a competition going, because if you win that competition, that's just another a blow at their ego that's already fragile. Not even fragile, but fragile or cracked. It's already their ego is already low enough as it is. So by them doing these secret competition is an attempt for them to boost up their ego, which will never happen because they're not doing it fair and square. It's always secretive. And then like say, y'all both start up a hobby or something. Y'all both like, hey, I'm going to start doing this. The person who's secretly competing is going to go around telling people that you're copying them, even that y'all both just said, hey, let's get healthy and start going to the gym. Instead of y'all supporting each other at the gym, this other person is saying that they only, that the other, person that they're competing with is only going because they said they were going. And it's a bunch of stuff that is only going to get worse and worse. So when you recognize that this is going on, I would cut off the person. You don't have to be mean about it, but just distance yourself. Because eventually that person's going to bring you down one way or another just because they aren't willing to face themselves. So just beware if you ever notice that happening. But I'm going to end this right here. Until next time.